Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom.
Thank you so much for joining us. We always love doing this. And Mom, how are you doing? And tell us what show we're speaking about here today.
Brandon, I am doing fine, and today we're going to talk about Doogie Howser, MD.
Yes, and so we're very excited to speak about this for our first episode Friday. And this is a part of our Disney Plus month here.
Yes, and first let's explain that we are actually talking about Doogie Howser, the 1989 version.
Yes, and so without further ado, Mom, are you able to let us know the synopsis of this first episode?
I sure will. Doogie Howser is an amazing individual. He is a 16-year-old young man who is a doctor. He goes out on one of his first dates, and then he receives his driver's license all in one episode, Brand.
Isn't that something?
It is something.
But yes, well, first of all, thank you so much, Mom.
You're welcome, Brandon.
Yes, and so this is a pilot episode from September of 1989. And Mom, what did you think about this first episode right here?
Well, I absolutely loved it. I watched Doogie when it came on, so I saw the original version, and so I liked it. Is I would say is a dramedy per se, but it is lighthearted. Although the first episode kind of has some deep things going on, but the in general the TV show is pretty lighthearted. It just tells the story of a young man as he is growing up. He just happens to be a doctor at the same time.
Yeah, and what I like about this is that it's a sort of different portrayal, and I like how you learn about Doogie in a situation throughout the first episode, especially from that very beginning.
Yeah, we do. We learned about Doogie as a person. We learned that he had childhood illnesses when he was little. We learned why he wanted to become a doctor, and so they did tell that throughout. Doogie's an only child. His father's a doctor also, and so we're given his whole life at one time period. He has a good friend who's with him all the time, Vinny, who's a very nice character, um, and then, or I should say, a very nice character for Doogie, for being, he's a little wilder, but Doogie is kind of a calm person. So I think they do a good job of playing against each other well. Um, and so, it's just I think it's a nice, fun series to watch.
Yes, and so I know you just mentioned that, like I said, you have seen the series, and so for me, I've seen numerous episodes, maybe not in the right order, but I have not seen the series all the way through. But like I said, I have seen chunks of it.
hmm And what did you think of the first episode, Brian?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I never had any doubt about that. But I liked being able to. This is the first time seeing the first episode for me, but I liked being able to see it from the beginning and hear more about his backstory. I wasn't aware of his childhood illness prior to this, actually.
Okay. Yeah, they do have another episode where his father talks about his childhood illness a little bit. Just so those who are watching this will know, there's not a laugh track on this one, and so but the humor is there without it, and so they do a nice job incorporating the humor in the show.
Yes, and I like that it also showed that while Doogie is highly intelligent, and that he is a doctor at a very young age, is that he's still trying to figure out where he fits in, because as we see with him at the dance, that he doesn't really fit in with the people his age, but the people in the hospital don't fully respect him yet, or his thoughts and medical opinions.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about Doogie that I think they do nicely later once you get past this first couple episodes, is that they do give him a little group that is his age. But then again, they do a nice job of showing Doogie in his world of older adults. So they show him in both worlds, which is nice.
But yeah, and so, Mom, based off of the first episode, would you watch the series again or continue watching?
I would watch the series again, Brandon.
Yes, and I would definitely, watch more episodes. And let's, I really would love to, let's see more of the series. And it only lasted for 4 seasons.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the short amount of time that it was on. But I guess if you think about it, it takes them through 16 through roughly 20, so that would kind of make sense.
Yeah, and it just barely, missed the syndication. I mean, obviously it's been syndication, but it just barely missed that typical 100 episode threshold at only 97 episodes.
Oh wow, wow!
But yeah, I always feel like, in these cases, like, can't you just at least get us to 100? I mean, you're so close.
I know, I know. You would have thought they would have done that.
Yeah, but Mom, what do you think about the theme song?
Well, I like the theme song. I do. Now, you have to be a fan of Doogie to actually know the theme song, but I really like it. I like that they kind of show clips of Doogie per se through articles. And so you kind of know about his life and how he was a young prodigy. Um, and so I like that they do show that. And one of the other things I will say that I do like is that, not about the theme song per se, but I like that they show him writing in a diary style. He does it by computer, but I like the way they kind of show that. Episodes later, they do show him reflecting back on his original post that he has. But I do like the way they kind of at the end of each episode, they show him writing in his diary or journal. I'm sorry, in his journal.
Well, I will say that that aspect of it is probably what I remembered most about this, this series going into it, and I think is honestly like such a memorable, aspect of it, and so like I said, I'm personally, like I said, so excited to continue to watching series. I know we have lots of series on our list, but I mean, I definitely would want to make time to see more of Doogie.
Oh yes, and I'm glad it came back on the Disney network so we could talk about it.
Yes, absolutely, and we do actually have one small connection.
Oh, what's our connection, Brad?
So similar to last week when we were speaking about the composer, the same goes for this one with the theme song composer Mike Post, and so he also did the one. Which Mom, can you guess which ones he's done?
Um, I can't remember which one Mike posted for what we've spoken about. I know he did a lot of cop shows for theme songs, but which one are you referring to?
So he has done the one for the Greatest American Hero.
Of course he did. I knew that's the type of show.
But yes, but he has also had done the one for Quantum Leap as well.
Okay, all right, makes sense.
But yeah, so yeah, but glad that you were able to pick that up though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're all about our theme songs.
And so I did want to make a side note too before we end out this video and say that that we had recently, a few years ago, actually saw the reimagining of the show.
Yeah, we did. We'll have to talk about that again one day. But yes, we did watch the new Doogie.
Yes, and that is what we're referring to is Doogie Kamealoha, MD. And so let us know if you'd like us to speak about that.
Yeah, please do. Let us know.
Well, I said, Mom, I always love doing this with you, and I'm excited to see what else we get to explore within this month of roaming around Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, if you guys have any ideas of other shows you want us to talk about, please write it in the comments. Thank you guys for watching us again.
We'll see you next time.
All right, bye everybody.